Dokkan Twitter episode 6. It took me a little while to find some tweets to talk about because, I don't know, I wasn't coming across that many, but I've got a few pulled up. So let's get right into it. Is it valid to call Gohan Dokkan's most polarizing, divisive character? And my answer is absolutely yes. Absolutely yes. I've already made an entire video on this, talking about how divisive the Gohan character is. And the two examples our boy, Alex has got pulled up over here is number one, Tech Ultimate Gohan, with that whole fiasco with a lot of people underrating this unit. And then we've got the Beastless Gohan, the most disappointing unit in the history of Dokkan. And that's not even taking into account the LRAGL Gohan, because when he first came out, I'm not talking about the EZA, I'm talking about his initial release, his transformation was near impossible to get. Now it's a little bit better, but back then it was near impossible to transform into Super Saiyan 2 with the LR Super Saiyan Gohan, the AGL one. It was near impossible to transform him. He was also very controversial, because back in that time, literally everyone on YouTube, everyone, Goresh, The Truth, everyone was like atting Dokkan, if I remember correctly, saying please change his active skill conditions. Because back then those conditions were disgustingly bad. Even now it's not ideal, but back then it was way worse. So we've got that LRAGL Gohan, we've got Tech Ultimate Gohan, and then we've got Beastless Gohan. The most disappointing unit in the history of Dokkan. The most disappointing moment in the history of Dokkan. I don't think I've ever been as disappointed in Dokkan than I was with this unit. Not only was I not a fan of the kit, it wasn't even Beast Gohan, even though it was advertised as Gohan. So yes, the answer to the tweet is that it's completely valid to say this. I completely agree with this, without a shadow of a doubt. What do we have next? Okay, this one's interesting. What are your hopes for the worldwide celebration? Honestly, I would be hyped for a variety of different things. VEGITO Blue is towards the top, Gogeta Blue, VEGITO, Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta, we've got Beast Gohan is number one, MUI Goku would be sick. There is a lot of things that Dokkan could do that I would be really hyped for. UI Goku, like I just said, but the number one thing is Beast Gohan. Any of the fusions are always hype, but number one would be Beast Gohan. I need Beast Gohan ASAP. What I would hate is if Beast Gohan is for the 9-year anniversary, because then on global we have to wait like 6 months until we can summon for that Gohan. So that would be a major L, but for the most part, if Beast Gohan does come to global at the same time, that would be sick. Whenever that is, I would hope that he comes to global at the same time. Yeah man, Bulma is OP, Orange Piccolo is OP, and together they are the most powerful rotation in the game. 23 million! Those are good numbers. And then defensively, after he's built up, he's untouchable, especially with that Bulma supporting him and shares 4 links with him. That rotation is disgustingly powerful. This guy with Bulma, ooh, that's a good rotation. That's a powerhouse of a rotation. Untouchable defensively and offensively, because Bulma also hits decently hard, with that crit chance and the guaranteed additional super if you get the 7 orbs, which she creates rainbow orbs, so it's not that difficult. These two units were terribly designed. I can't really disagree with that. I mean, Cooler was good, Goku and Vegeta were good, but they should have been better, and they could have been better. Moving on. Frauding out like nobody's business. Now, as you guys know, when it comes to Piccolo, I call out people for calling him a top 10 TUR. He is not a top 10 TUR, but for how old he is very good. He's aged very well. With the Ghost Usher, with the dodge, with the support, it's near impossible for him to not age well. Therefore, to call him a fraud is excessive. And he's not a fraud, especially for how old he is. He's very good considering his age. What is your favourite free-to-play TUR from 2023 Dokkan Golden Week? Out of these 4 units, all of these 4 free-to-play units, my favourite would be Bulma, and my reason is that I'm just a fan of the damage reduction and the rainbow orbs. Those two things combined make this unit a very capable unit in the more difficult content. Although even Yamcha's good, all of them were decent. Bulma's the best in my opinion. Not only my favourite, but objectively the best. Probably. Okay, so for Bulma, my boy Platy has given her full dodge, and I completely agree with this build. The only thing I disagree with is that bronze one should be 2 dodge. So in total, she should have 32 dodge. But aside from that, that is a beautiful build for her. And I have done the exact same thing. I've not given her the skill orbs yet, but I am going to go full dodge absolutely. So top 11 LRs. Let's take a look at this. And he said that the honorable mentions are loosely ordered. So starting off, the GT Duo and Orange Piccolo 1 and 2. I have no issue with that. In fact, you can throw Bulma into that as well. Honestly, for the top 3, I completely agree with that. What I do like though, is that you have Bulma, the GT Duo and Orange Piccolo in their own tier. Then you've got Gogeta and VEGITO. I would separate them. I think Vegeta was better, but it is close. And the Buu Saga Duo is right up there with them. So I like the fact that these 2 or 3 units are in the same tier. Carnival Goku and Trunks and Vegeta. I would swap them around, but it's not awful. Cooler, Beast Gohan and Kid Gohan, all of them being in the same tier. I have no issue with that. The only thing I would do is I would put Tech Carnival Goku in the same tier, LRAGL Gohan in the same tier, and then after that, I do like these honorable mentions, the LR Gods, the LR Super Saiyan 4s, Frieza. I'm not a fan of Cooler, but he's worthy of the honorable mention. STR Carnival Goku, pretty decent. In Cell, he needs a partner, but with that but if he gets a partner, he'll be quite decent. Goku and Piccolo, maybe he's an honorable mention, but he's towards the bottom of the honorable mentions. And to be fair, our boy here does have Goku and Piccolo towards the bottom of the honorable mentions. And then LR Super Buu is also worthy of an honorable mention. You might as well throw into there LR Inzamasu and maybe a couple others. But for the most part, the list is not awful. I'll give you that. So what's this? Over here we've got how well received LRs were on release. Let's go through this. So the first 2 units over here, the Int VEGITO and Physical Gogeta. For me, these 2 were extremely hype. I was very hyped for them. LR Gods on the LR Super Saiyan 4s. Again, I was very hyped for them. STR VEGITO, super hype. Honestly, one of the most hype units in my opinion. Maybe not the most hype, but he's definitely in that conversation. Orange Piccolo, mwah, voila. The GT Duo, I think the Goku should have been Super Saiyan 4 full power, but aside from that, he was pretty hype. MUI Goku, extremely hype. The Transforming Gogeta and VEGITO Blue units, these 2 units, I'm pretty sure, like, among the community, these 2 are the most hype of all time. For me personally, they were hype, but I got shafted on their banners, so personally I wasn't that hyped. But in general, they were very well received. Goku and Frieza, I would move them 1 down. The Super Saiyan 4s were pretty hype. LRAGL Gohan, I would move him 1 up. The Blue Goku and Vegeta, I would move 1 down. Beast Gohan should be in his own tier, right at the bottom in some garbage trash can. Not because he's a bad unit, but because he was extremely disappointing to a point where he was the most disappointing unit of all time. Cell, was he badly received? I don't even remember. Gohan was very well received, but I'm not sure about Cell. I can't remember. Let's do a quick subscriber challenge. If you guys agree with me that Beastless Gohan was the most disappointing thing in the history of Dokkan, then you have to subscribe because that is the challenge. With that said, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, then do subscribe, especially if you just failed that challenge, because that is the challenge. Also, do leave a like and comment because those things do help out. With that said, thanks for watching and I will see you guys next time.